overlays, very low resolution.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of the Forsaken Council. This is not the live, this is the open mic. This is when we bring in the community from our page and get everyone to have their say. So welcome, everybody that's come out tonight. Good to see you all here. And yeah, I mean, I guess the raid is the big topic right now. So
no, the big topic's your hair.
My hair, well, I'm not 100% happy with it tonight, to be honest.
Or Lucy's hair, because she's in the background there and we can see her.
Her hair's terrible. Her hair looks like she's been dragged through a bush twice.
I don't know what you did to her, mate.
Look at that thing. That is serious bush hair. It looks like she's got a pineapple on her head. And anyway.
Bush hair.
Anyway.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that can be taken in so many ways.
It can.
Oh, yeah.
Can. And you won't want a pineapple on the other way, would you? Anyway.
Oh no. Started already.
It's the first 5 minutes, guys.
Well, this is a good start, isn't it?
What were you here for?
Yeah, so anyway, there's a game called BP that we all play. So, guys, how are you finding the raid?
I'm enjoying it personally. I'm doing okay. Picked up what I needed. Doing a little bit of help with my alliance now. It's stable, isn't it? I've not seen any problems. I've seen a couple of people said that they've adjusted the target slightly through the weekend. I never know if that's true or not. But personally, it hasn't cost me any more to do a 95 than it did at the start on Thursday night. So in general terms, I think it's stable. It's running well. I know the target drop on the 95s, which has helped definitely. Apart from that, one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah, I think we had a spawn issue initially, didn't we, Raid? But I think the Kixeye corrected that fairly quickly.
Yeah, there wasn't enough targets on map, but yeah, they responded okay. Now, people saying things got harder. I don't have a baseline because I didn't play the first 12 hours. I only started after, and since then I've seen no changes. Unless the change happened in the first 12 hours, I haven't noticed anything.
I can't say I noticed a difference, but I didn't get a lot. I don't think I even started till Friday because I worked very late Thursday. But
yeah,
I got to say, when they first spawned, it was awesome because me and Monster were both in 94 when the raid kicked off, and there were loads of 95s. They didn't spawn around DUBs; they spawned everywhere, all around my base. So
it's because you're special, Gadget.
Yeah, no, it was just the start of the spawn. They spawned like normal targets all over the map. So if you were in a sector and you got going right away, you got quite a good little start.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't do a great deal. I just tested because obviously I just finished building these Apollos, so I thought, right, first proper test, I'll give it a go because I had a long day Friday. And yeah, I got 40 odd million in about 2 hours. I think it was at the most, something like that. But I was starting to run out of 95, so I must admit it's really busy here. So I spent more time looking for them than I did actually hitting them. So I thought, well, I'll call it a night there. And then I saw Raking's post, and so it was Doomster's post, wasn't it? And they said they up the drop rate, and that's absolutely squared it away now. It's bang on, I think. And everyone in the sector's happy.
Rejoiced when that happened. I mean, I tend to I found like a little secluded Drake base where no one was going, and I just sat there myself and enjoyed it. It was
seconds from my base. I moved my base right next to a dub, so it's right there.
Well, the problem with that is I've got my entire alliance next to me, and we're right next to a dub. So I'm not even getting a look in by my base. So I just not spoke to the group and travelled 4 minutes up the way.
I mean, basically, similar thing for me. I jumped 4 sectors down, which is a dead sector, and I just went and sat by the dubs, and I just recorded. I was just fixing. I mean, it was quite cheap to fix anyway, but I was just fixing on the sea, so I just sat there for a couple of hours, and it was easy because it kept popping up every 5 minutes. So
the easiest way to find them, mate, really was just whenever I land in a sector, the first thing I do is I go and bookmark all the dubs in the sector.
Yeah,
I believe there's 6 in a sector.
That's right. Yeah, it is.
And when you do that during the raid, don't worry about the locator. Just when you finish a 95, if there's none spawned around that dub, just go to your bookmarks and look at all the dubs until you find one. And honestly, I didn't have a problem finding them at that point.
Oh, did you try the locator, Liam, by the way?
I did try the locator, and it located crap.
Same here.
Like, even when there was loads in my sector, it would still say no.
I was going to say the same thing. Do you know what? Just for a change, it's not working. It says it's got the button for them, and it says there's none available. And then I jumped literally to the next job, and there they were. I was like, oh, great, that's really helpful, isn't it?
Mm. Well, I mean, do you know what though? Overall, as far as raids go, it's been a good one for me.
I think so. Yeah.
You know, and I don't see the community getting too annoyed. I don't see a lot of posts of people being. Even Lucy's done the raid on her own. That's the first time in like a year.
No way.
You know, she went out and got her. You know, normally everyone has to chip in and we all give her a bit of a hand, but this time she just went out and floored it.
Yeah, so next raid I'll be expecting her to help everyone else out.
She was prepping for someone else, helping someone else. She's collected all the prizes and now is out there helping other people.
Yeah, I'm still going at the moment, just helping people out.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say something. You know, like for people who are redeeming the Apollo just this month, and we were talking about that before we went live, and I'm gonna say it again on the record here, right? I built only 2 Apollos, and I built them the slow way, right? Plus, other than some tokens from FM. So 2 Apollos, and I use one of them at a time as a tank, followed by Rhinos and a Savage, and the Savage has the countermeasures, right? So, and the Apollo has a future, but it's not ranked, so it's not that effective. So, anyways, I was telling the guys, I was doing 95s for 1 coin with Grease Monkeys, and the rest of the damage, I mean, I was taking more damage than 1 coin, but the rest of the damage, I would just go back to my base and switch the Apollos, because they repair real fast. I mean, my Apollos have all D1M armor, right? And they repair from that in 48 minutes. So I never got them killed. So they would take 60-70% damage, dock, and as one repaired, I could use the other one, right? And just 1 coin, do a 95. Or, as I tried yesterday, I was doing a whole A set with 1 Apollo lead, 3 Rhinos, 1 Savage, and, you know, finishing the whole set, docking for 40-something minute damage, so I will again swap the Apollos and keep going all day long for no coins. That's the way, I mean, people with 2 Apollos could be doing a free raid right now.
And you were running Switchblades, correct?
No. Blades all over.
Liam,
Blades
you're the only one, Liam. Like you're the only one, dude.
Everyone's got to have their own unique little spin on things.
And by the way, okay, I'm going to give you that. I put 2 Switchblades on my Apollo just in case, and I don't like them.
Right. Well, you know what? The particular fleet you're talking about, I'm actually currently... I've got 3 of my older Rhinos before I did my Zoe's Rhinos, right? So I've decided that I'm going to take the Savage Kodiak away from my Kodiak fleet. I'm going to put my 3 old Rhinos in there, and I'm going to shove in an Apollo, and I'm going to convert a build which I think would be the absolute optimal, you know, the absolute best possible build for these type of targets. And I'm actually, because I've got nothing to build now. Like I've done my Guard, I've done my Vendettas, I even, you know, put some refits on a couple of other fleets and slightly modified.
That's because you're a dirty coiner. I did all that
in the last couple of days. I've done that. So I thought, do you know what? What I'm going to do between now and next month is I'm going to do that fleet, and I reckon that I'll be doing them for free repair by next raid.
Nice. Well, I was doing 95s. I was doing 3 95s for 4 coins. So,
right.
I was like, sweet.
That's good.
Do you know what? Just
over 2 hours fixed. So I could have really done my raid for free.
I was
prepared to wait.
I was taking 22 minutes from a 95.
And you're not armored, are you, mate?
No, mate. No armor, 2 boats.
Yeah, exactly. So you can get the Apollo and slow build them, and then the next raid, and probably obviously the whole raid as well. You'll be absolutely.
Well, not really. I mean, if you slow build 2 Apollos, you won't get them skulled because the gadget has all of them skulled from the DXP.
All right. I was going to say no.
My Apollos are not skulled. My Apollos are both 64%.
So hang on a minute. So you in your fleet you run 2 Apollos. Do you run anything else? Do you run 3 Rhinos?
Just Apollos.
Just 2 Apollos.
So are you not planning to build the other ones?
I've got a 3rd one built that I'm going to rank in the next VXP weekend, and I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to see whether the increased firepower means I take less damage, or whether the extra hull means I take more damage because of the splash. And if I take more damage, then I'll drop it.
I'll give you a bit of feedback about that. My brother, he runs very similar fleets to me, so we did a little test. I've just set mine up with 2 D5M and 3 DM1s, and he's got no armor whatsoever. Although his obviously ends up more damaged, his coin is identical to mine. I'm armored, he's not armored, we're about the same rank, and his fix time is the same as my fix time, even though I can do more without having to fix, because I fix mine overnight generally. His fix time is exactly the same as mine.
So his build, basically, like mine, was cheaper build for the same expense in the raid.
Which is why I keep saying on our forum now, do not armor your Apollos. There's no requirement.
I don't know.
That's why you put D1M, right? Because D1M is very light and gives the bonus. That's all.
I did tell you that a bunch of time ago, though, TSM. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
This is
I think I could have done mine for less, but I'm running 3, but one of them's at 1 star, one of them's at 3 star, and one of them's skulled. So I think when they're all skulled, I think I'll do it for less coin though.
It's become quite a common trend now, I think, to see fleets not needing armor or needing very low armor, and it's quite weird because if you go back, say, a year ago or in the previous time of the game, it was always build with the maximum armor available. But now, like if you look at the Centurion, the Citadel, and now the Apollo, all these fleets were kind of almost designed to carry very low armor.
Well, with the Apollo, its base armor is like 12k, right? So I mean, it's already rocking 12,000 armor without any armor on it.
And if your resistances are right, and if you've got the fleet built right, then really the armor's pretty much irrelevant. That armor alone that it comes with is enough. You could run. Well, you do. You do. But.
Yeah, I've got RA3 on it for the missile resistance. It's already got the built-in corrosive resistance, and that's all I need in there in those targets.
Well, shall we ask who has not said how the raid went? Mud Duck, Trent, Jeff.
I was just getting ready to say I have the same build that Gadget. I used his build, and I just finished my 3rd one this morning, and I took it out there, and it's costing me 2 coins because mine ain't ranked. I'm about 20%. And when I put the 3rd one in, it went up to 3 because it's just lagging behind, taking too much damage. So I'm gonna rank it when DXP comes out. So it stays with the rest of the fleet.
Nice. Yeah, I've got about 15 boats that need ranked when VXP weekend comes. So it could not come sooner for me. I'm hoping it's going to be next weekend, isn't it?
I'm building vendettas like they're going out of style, mate. I'm on my 6th one now.
Damn.
Yeah, I coined 3 and I slow build. I'm slow building the other 3, but with just 1 weapon on them, so I can rank the blank hulls.
So is it
rank them?
They're only 5 hours a build, aren't they? It's ridiculous.
After you realised you got the first 3 wrong, you decided to give it another go. Is that what?
I could drop tag and hit your base. Right.
You could, but you wouldn't be successful.
Only because you got my guards.
No, I haven't actually. I got it differently. I haven't got crossbow, and our fleets are completely different. I think our Revengers are the same. That's it.
Yeah, I've only got 1 in my base.
What, they're grey?
Well, no, the same layout, Revengers, but I mean, I don't think you could put that layout any differently anyway. I think every person that's got Revenge in their base has probably got the same layout. So
yeah, see, I just put 1 of the new mortars on each of the blank vendettas I'm building. It's a 19-hour build with 1 of the new morts on it, and so I'll have a fleet of blanks ready for the VXP weekend and just suicide rank them and decide what I want to do with them later. I'm definitely not going to put the same build on another fleet. I want to try and mix it up a little bit, maybe make it for a different type of base, right?
Mm-hmm. So okay, Mud Duck. So Jeff, how was your event?
Pretty much over by the end of the first night. Had everything.
Nice. Okay.
Switchblades stink though, Liam. Just so you know.
Well, I would still like to say I'm in the testing phase. So.
Yeah, some people are slower than others. We understand that.
No. Do you know what? I'm pretty upset about the whole Switchblade thing. So I like to just make a joke of it now because it's beyond You know, I'm not even going to coin to change them. I'm just going to build this this adjusted Rhino fleet.
And let me ask the second question. So nobody likes the Switchblades here in this group, at least apparently, other than Liam.
In the game.
Does anyone use the new missile special, or are you guys using guided missile system?
Guided missile for me.
Yeah, the new missile special is literally for the Switchblade. So if you're not using Switchblade, you don't need that. In my opinion.
Well, you would know.
Well, no, but it's true, isn't it? Because
Yes and no. I mean, you could use the new special, and then put siege battery instead of frontline countermeasure. Because I'm using frontline countermeasure for turret resistance and to boost the countermeasures, and guided missile system. But another option would be you can use that new missile special and siege battery. You know, you lose some accuracy, but you gain, I think it's either reload or damage. The difference is frontline countermeasure system gives both accuracy and range boost to countermeasures, and the new missile special only gives range boost, not accuracy boost, so you'd be losing there.
I personally would feel that the new special is not the better option, but you know, it's just my 2 cents on it.
Because to me, kind of like, and I've asked that as a setup to just throw it out there, that I don't like the fact that Kixeye made kind of like the tiers mandatory, so you have to reward the weapon and you have to get the special, then you can get the ship. I mean, people should be able to only get the Apollos because they honestly work better with the older tech. Right?
Right.
I mean, personally, I am. The Switchblades, in my opinion, were a huge failure on Kixeye's part, and it's disappointing because it was only last month's prize. You know, why would they ever bother creating? Someone's given some feedback. I'm just gonna. It was Jeff. Yeah, sorry. The Switchblade itself, I feel, is just such a flawed weapon, and I just wish that they would fix it. Like, why just leave it as it is? Under no circumstances is it ever going to be the better choice of a weapon. You know, under no circumstances is it ever going to be a better choice than even Harriers or Blades or even Disruptor missiles. They're all better choices than that. Jeff, I'm just going to mute you again, buddy, because I can hear a really muffled back noise coming through. Sounds like like an untuned TV. Just unmute yourself every time you want to speak, and that'd be cool. Cheers, buddy. So yeah, I'm just annoyed about Switchblades. Like, I wish Kixeye would just revisit them. They've done it to other stuff, and why not do it to this? You know, they need to accept that they fucked it up, and they need to fix it.
You just don't want to refit them, mate, do you?
Well, why should I, though?
It's a fair point.
Why should I?
It's a fair point. You know, at the end of the day, it is not performing as it's supposed to.
No, it's not, as it said on the tin, and it's 500 coins a refit, by the way. It's
Gadget's trying to say something. I see he's trying to say something, but he's on mute. Gadget, I can hear you.
I built one, and I told you that it was crap, so I changed it.
Mm. I just didn't think they'd leave it like that. I thought they would fix it. They did it with other stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Kixeye, fix it in the name of Liam.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make an appeal, man. I'm gonna actually go and speak to them. Has Gadget lost his sound? Gadget, say something.
Yeah, nothing.
Gadget, speak.
I see his mouth moving, but no sound.
Go, Gadget Mouth.
Right, now that Gadget's lost his mic, what do you all really think about him? He is an idiot, isn't he?
I think he should probably drop and rejoin.
Yeah, you could try and drop and rejoin, Gadget. Yeah, so guys, I mean, overall, the Switchblade is something that annoys me, and it's not a sore subject because I have built stuff before that hasn't worked, and I've had to rebuild it, and I am happy to rebuild it if that's what it requires. I'm just annoyed about it. I'm frustrated that they would release something new that would be so bad, you know, and not recognise that. I don't know. Just anyway. Other topics. Let's hope that they don't make the same mistake again with this more. I mean, how does everyone feel about this new weapon?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now you've tried it, Stu. How do you compare it to the Pando, mate? Now you've done it because you were over in an hour last week, weren't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm still
Can you hear me now?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
What I was trying to say, mate, is just about the new mortar. Just incendiary shells is not working on the new mortar. It's supposed to be working, but it isn't working. Kixeye
Probably because it's secondary.
Kixeye, no, it's supposed to be working. I've spoken to people about it, and it is supposed to be working, and it's not working on the rocket or the mortar. It's making no difference, and they said that they are looking into it. A ticket's been raised, and they are looking into getting it fixed. So don't put it on your ships and think, oh my God, it's not working, and then refit it off, because they are fixing it.
Good to know. Yeah, I've got that on mine as well. So me and Gadget are running very similar builds.
I haven't.
Until I corrected Gadget and helped him sort his build out earlier, I just thought I'd put that out there.
After he stole my build in the first.
Ah, bugger off! I built my build and then
Changed one special and called it his own. You know what I mean?
Fuck off! Your build was completely different, and then you must have changed it to match mine.
You just said you've got a very similar build to mine. I bet the only difference is that one special.
What that you've now put on your fleet? Yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't got the same special on my fleet.
Oh, you put on the level 2 version because you can't fit level 3 on.
Yeah, I don't know how you fit level 3 on. You must have changed. Your revs must be slightly lighter.
Better.
No, weaker, I'd say.
This is our daily life. This is how
Do
we
you know
talk to
what?
each other.
I took that off mine because I've been hitting bases with it today, and you don't need it, mate.
What siege targeting?
Yeah, you don't need it.
Building damage increase.
I don't know, man. Like I've run into some big level 7 turrets with DT on them, mate, and the mortars are just bouncing off it.
It just takes too many volleys. Maybe when they're ranked, you won't need it.
That guy's base the last one that I hit that you were watching, right? I couldn't kill his turrets. I mean, I got through to his island, but there were loads of turrets behind that were left alive because they were on level 7s with DT.
Well, I haven't got it on my mate, and I'm killing level 7 turrets, no problem.
Well, I just wanted to say, Jeffrey, welcome to the show, buddy. I'm not sure if you've been on here before, but glad to have you on board. How is your raid going, buddy?
Very well.
Yeah?
Yep. Very easy, no problems. I've built 3 of the new ships, and I'm ranking them now.
Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, do you want to tell us what level base you are, mate?
106. 106,
nice. So you probably have done quite well. You're higher level than me.
Just in my alliance, okay?
Right.
I just everyone here is a noob then.
Yeah.
Right? No?
No, mate.
No, Lucy's not on tonight, so.
Oh, meow.
Going back to what you said, TSM, I'm still not sold on them. I've got the new ones on, and I want to see them fully ranked before I put Pandos on.
Yeah.
Why don't you just build a separate fleet with Pandos, Monster?
I am.
Why do you guys have this fixation for pandas? I mean, why not Judgment or others?
Well, he likes the Pandos. I understand why he likes the Pandos, because they have very big splash on them. I think they've got the biggest splash in the game, if I'm right. And they also carry quite a high radioactive damage.
But doesn't the new mortar has radioactive damage?
No, the new mortar has 500 and something concussive damage.
No, but concussive's on the primary mode, isn't it?
No, it's on both.
On both. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought secondary for some reason was radioactive and primary was concussive.
And it's a smaller rate of damage as well. I believe Pandos are like 1400 radioactive damage compared to the 500 concussive damage on the new one.
Yeah, what bugs me about the Pando is the travel time, right? I mean, the arch is so high compared to Judgment, and it's just like by the time first Pando salvo lands, you have 2 salvos from the Judgment landing already.
Yeah, and you know, with the new mortar, I don't think you even need a projectile speed buff on it, because it actually has quite a low arc.
That's good.
It actually has quite a low arc. That's why I went with incendiary shells, because I want them fire patches, because they do quite a lot of damage over time.
I've done that before as well. But
incendiary shells, you get less splash.
A little bit.
Yeah, you get a little bit less splash, but they do that fire patch damage, and every one of them fire patches, they stack with each other. So if you get like 12 fire patches going on around a target,
and it's like 100 radioactive damage per second.
And they stack. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So now you're looking at 1,200 damage per second radioactive. Do you know what I mean?
And bear in mind that if you look at what some of the popular guards now, like the Revenge, it has no radioactive defense, and it cannot get his blood first up because it's in the base guard.
Hence
Exactly.
why I like Pandos more, but all you guys were like, no.
No, I'm going to build a fleet of Pandos monster, but I just built the first fleet I built with the new Morts, but my second fleet will have Pandos on it, mate.
Well, no, I thought that Pandos were the best choice until they buffed the new mortar prior to release, and now the new mortar is better because what the new mortar didn't have, which in the preview servers, the two previous servers, which it did have upon release, was the 1,800 armor increase and the increased damage, as well as adding 500 and something concussive damage. So basically, and all the benefits of using the Pandemonium mortar were now in that mortar anyway. So that's why there was no reason to run Pandos, because the new mortar is actually now marginally better due to the changes in stats.
I honestly just used the new mortar because it was lighter and a faster build. So it was. I knew I was going to be coining that fleet, so it was just a cheaper build. With the Pandos, I'll slow build that fleet and use tokens. I'm in no rush. So.
But Pandos, I mean, I guess it's like everything in the game. Like some scenarios, the Pandos will be better for you in some scenarios, and some scenarios the other ones. Like in some scenarios, some idiot might build a bloody gamma like Gadget and shoot down every single mortar flying, in which case you can run in close and take it down with rockets. But if you're running Pandos, you're not going to have that option, are you? Do you know? So I guess it's going to be like everything.
I don't know. I'm with Monster though. I find the rockets in a base hit are actually somewhat of a handicap.
Yeah.
You have to be really, really careful, because if you're targeting, say, a guard, and there's a turret between you and the guard that hasn't been killed, the rockets will kick in on the turret, and your mortars won't fire at all, and you'll just be sitting there while the rockets fire, right? So
you can still have a couple of vendettas behind, and they'll be remote targeting their mortars, right? If they're out of range, out of rocket range to the turret.
Yeah, but
neither one will be firing rockets, but the two at the back will be firing mortars.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful about how you position your ships, because if you get something into rocket range, your mortars are going to stop firing, and they're going to start firing, and the rockets are going to kick in, because it's the primary weapon, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're trading, you're going to have APOCs raining down you, and lots of radiation from them as well, and that's not going to do much fun either. So strategy's back, which is what I was saying earlier on. Strategy's back in the game. You've got to think about what you're doing. It's not a point and clicker. It's
which
a
is
tough,
awesome. Which is awesome. And
Yeah.
I think you gotta acknowledge the job Raikkonen and the team there are doing in that sense, because the point and click fleet of the month is gone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Even if it's a new hull, it's still not a point and click, which is what I like. I think it's really good.
Yeah, you
Or even the hulls in
can't,
PvE.
you can't click the back of the base with this fleet. Believe me, I've tried.
Well, you can, but it just won't go very well.
It'll melt. It'll melt.
Do you know what, Gadget? I was watching you hitting some bases on it. I haven't really had a great chance to get and hit a great deal of bases of mine yet, but I did enjoy watching the hits that Gadget was doing, and I do enjoy the new element of the way this fleet can be used, because this ship has strengths against everything the Vendetta has weaknesses to, and vice versa. You can run in first with the Revenge and take out what's needed, and then when the Revenge is in a stage where it's going to get punished, you pull it out and send in the Vendetta, and that element just was brilliant, because pairing the two together was poetry in motion. It was nice.
Exactly.
So I mean, So that's what's great about it, and of course, as Raikkonen said on Tuesday's show, there's more to come. Like there's going to be another hull that has Bloodthirst. So
the August hull.
Yeah. So we're only seeing like stage 2 of maybe 3 stages of this strategy. So.
So Liam, by the way, back just a thing that came to mind, that thing on the specials, we were talking about the Switchblade not being all that much, and the special there either.
Well, see,
I've been suggesting to some guys who asked me to get the weapon and the special for the Vendetta, and then get the Apollo.
Yeah.
Right. Because I said August being a hull store. in all likelihood the Vendetta will be there again, but not necessarily the weapon and special, because that's what happened in the last whole store. I think the Revenge was there again, but not the Gatling gun. Right?
Yeah, that's true. And I think that Kickside did say, didn't they, that the Apollo, bear in mind the Apollo and the Switchblade and all that stuff they're going to be in the left side of that bar for the next 2 months. So you can collect that really anytime. What you can't collect is what's on the right side. So
yeah, but I think it's important. My suggestion is that people get it this month, because next month, unless you don't care about defending your base, because next month on the right side there will be a Defender hull, a weapon to go with it, and a special to go with it. And you probably want that whole stack if you care about defending your base, right?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And we're probably going to see a whole store at the end of this raid cycle. Do we not? Do we have 3 a year now? I'm sure we do.
2.
I thought we had 3 a year. I thought when it first started we had middle of the year and at Christmas.
Yeah, it is 3.
Oh.
It's 3. Yeah. It's now at the end of every raid cycle. So every raid cycle now is lasting 4 months. And at the end of each cycle, there's a whole store. So in theory, it's the easiest raid in the cycle because it's the last one. So people had 4 months to adjust. That's the last one, whole store. That also to me looks way better than making it in the first raid of the cycle and everyone screwed up with a new challenge, right? That's really considerate.
So next month we're going to get this base defender, which Kickside said on Tuesday, and in the following month we're going to get the third base hitting hull in the Bloodthirst category in that category. So that will be the whole store raid as well. So it'll be a great chance for people to catch up, and it kind of gives you a roadmap as to where you are in terms of what to collect and what to do over the next few months. But I agree with you there, Ren, on the point of the Apollos.
Yeah, and an extra reason to get the Apollo this month. I mean, if you want to be ready for the whole story in August, get it now. 2 months to build. I mean, even if you don't have rhinos and you want to build a full fleet of Apollos, like 3 or 4, whatever, it's enough time.
Yeah, and another point I wanted to point out, I know someone said in the YouTube chat, we were here sort of slating the Switchblades, and they do work, and yes, they do work. Just so you all guys all know, I used my Switchblade Apollos to do this raid, and I did it for next to nothing. But the reason I'm slating them, and the reason a lot of us here are slating them, is because under no circumstances, no matter what predicament you put the Apollo, you can put one Apollo with Switchblades, and one Apollo with missiles, or a fleet of Apollos with Switchblades, and a fleet of Apollo with normal missiles and Phalanx 4, and in every single circumstance, the fleet with Phalanx 4 and normal missiles will outdo and outperform the fleet with Switchblades. So yes, I'm fully aware that they work, I'm fully aware that they're doable, and I'm not saying that they're not. What I'm saying is the Switchblade is the worst weapon to put on them.
And not only that, what's the build time on the Switchblade?
I don't even know, because I can't.
Is it not pretty high?
I think so. I could probably quickly look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. I'm going to look at in Huggies real quick.
But our point is on the panel here is not so much that the Switchblade is ineffective, because it's not. For me, I found out that it is effective in terms of I zigzag the Apollos in, out, dip into range, out of range, into range, out of range, using my superior speed, using their special ability. That's cool. That's great. It takes me the full 15 minutes to do a hit. But if I had normal missiles on there, I wouldn't need to zigzag in and out, and it wouldn't take me 15 minutes. It would take me 2. And that's the difference. So.
Oh wow, dude! The build time on a Switchblade is like 12 hours and 42 minutes.
What's a blade, mate?
Right, and on a blade, your build time is 9 hours 11 minutes, and on a Harrier, which actually will work, it's inferior to the blades. But it does work in these targets, because I had Harriers on my Apollos before I put blades on, and I was doing these targets. And a Harrier's only 4 hours and 8 minutes. So that's like a third.
Yeah, 3 to 1. Yeah.
You can get a fleet of Apollos that will work perfectly fine. You only need 2, and you can have them working perfectly fine. And your build time is going to be like a third of doing the same thing with Switchblades.
Well, like Ren said, I mean, the time to get that hole is now, because bear in mind, it's not just for this raid anyway. I mean, even though this raid and the whole store coming in 2 months, that's enough of a reason anyway. But bear in mind that these are the same targets for gantry parts, for mega hull parts, for you know, the stuff that's now spawning, the towers, the assault targets. I mean, it's basically they're now kind of a key element of the game, more so than probably even the Vendetta. So.
And if I were to guess, and that's just a guess, okay, although that's PvP, but when the players actually finish their gantries and build their Hyperions, I mean, will the Apollo be a good choice to fight PvP versus player-owned mega hulls? I don't know, but maybe, right?
Well, outrun anything, won't it? That's one thing.
Well, it's very possible, and also if there's going to be people in there supporting with like scattergun heavy cruisers, then your Apollo's going to be golden because of all the corrosive resistance.
And if the mega ships are going to be firing weapons very similar to the mega ships we're fighting now, then of course they're going to be the best option, aren't they?
Yeah, could be.
We're going to be fighting.
Yeah,
we're going to be fighting player versions of what we're doing in the raid. So.
Unless KIXEYE puts the bypasses and whatnot, making those PvE hulls useless there, and then we have to use PvP hulls, but I don't know. Right.
Well, Apollo is a PvE hull, isn't it?
It's a PvE, so in theory should not work versus a player-owned mega hull well, right?
Ren, did you get to see the video that KIXEYE let us show on Tuesday?
Yes, sir. I watched the show the day after.
Oh, it was a sweet video, man. That made me like so keen to get out there and hit them. I
saw you got all wet when you were showing it.
Oh, someone in chat just said cuttlefish, and he's got a very good point. Apollos and Man of War oil slicks. Can you imagine that in a
Good
fight?
God, yeah.
The speed the Apollo already has, and then running it into a Man of War's oil slick, it's going to be ridiculous.
I'll tell you what I did do with the Apollos in the like 80s and 83s is there's oil rigs that have the blow up oil slicks.
Yeah.
Oh man, just driving through them is it's so good with the Apollos, you know.
But you can't even think about turning, right? They will not turn.
They do. Well, mine turn. Mine turn.
Not in the oil slick. Try turning them in the oil slick.
Yeah, because you get you lose a bit of turn.
You get a turn. Do you not get a turn speed boost anyway when the Apollo's
back? But you lose.
No, in the oil slick you get a combat speed boost, but you get a turn speed
debuff.
Debuff, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
But in the Man of War oil slick, it wouldn't be like that. In the Man of War oil slick, you wouldn't get any debuff.
Because it's friendly, right?
So I was just thinking quickly, Liam. I'm just looking at the prize list here from tier 1 to tier 6. So I was just thinking what everyone was thinking there. If you were to get, just say you managed to get 3 million points and you were a low-level player and that sort of stuff. So tiers 1, 2, and 3. In tier 1, you've got the D4M or you've got incendiary cells. Which one would you go for?
Sorry, in tier
1, the lowest tier. Okay, it's 350,000. So you've got D4M or you've got incendiary shells.
Oh, I'd probably go for incendiary shells, but it's depending on your position in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's true as well. So, but that doesn't come up very often, does it?
No, it depends what else you're going for. If you're going for the Vendetta, then you would want the incendiary shells. If you're going for the Apollo, then and taking that line, then I would assume the missile armor would be more useful.
But wait a second. I mean, no, Gadget. Now you're contradicting yourself because you keep telling everyone, and I agree with you.
You don't need armor.
The Apollo.
You don't need armor.
You don't need the D4M for the Apollo.
Yeah.
But Tess, did you really need incendiary shells for the Vendetta? I mean, really, it's all about raw choices.
Yeah, it is about choice.
You're making this confusing because tiers 1 to 3 have nothing to do with the top prizes.
No, exactly, and that's why I'm saying
Tier 1, 2, 3 is like on the left side is a Rhino and a Trident and a D4M. So do you want to build a Rhino with Trident and D4M, or do you want to build a Nova Storm with incendiary shells and whatever weapons there?
Well, all I can say is, for me, I look at that prize board crystal clear. PvE on the left and PvP on the right, and to, like anything in this game, it's player choice. If I'm building Apollos and I don't have D4M, I'm going to take D4M. If I already have Apollos built and I'm thinking, right, I'm going to build myself a nice mortar baser, then I'm going to take the incendiary shells. It's
the only thing I can think of, if you can't get up to the Apollo, the D4M would go nice on the Rhino.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Is that you can't really make a choice between D4M and incendiary shells unless you know what your following choices are going to be, because you want to get the thing that's going to go with the other things that you're getting, right?
Yeah.
You
The
know, if
D53
you're gonna get a Rhino, why would you get incendiary shells?
See, the D53D was in tier 3 of the FM some time ago. So if you didn't get, I mean, everybody should have got a free Rhino that even started the last wave, because as long as you started, you got it. But if you didn't, you know, D53Ds, which is the same as the Harrier, but obviously it's just got the slowdown buff and it's a little bit heavier, isn't it? But then load those up on a Rhino. You don't, and you don't need any armor on those as long as you've got something to tank them with, and then put some, you know, some of that anti-missile sort of like pen plate in there, the D4Ms on it, and you stand a chance then in you know, moving forward.
Well,
so for a low-level player, that's reasonable.
I've built Switchblade Rhinos with incendiary shells, and they're just going to take it over.
Oh my god.
So tier 4, I would definitely jump to the right-hand flank there, and 5, and I get the, you know, I would definitely go and get the resonance capacitor. Without a doubt, because obviously that will fit on, and that's the point. I noticed there's some chat as well on our TFC page. People are going, oh yeah, that would be great on the Apollo, that sort of stuff.
Wait, Mark. Yeah. Here we have to say Renaissance.
Yeah, Renaissance. Yeah.
Otherwise, Liam doesn't understand.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
Okay, so the resonance capacitor. Okay.
The Renaissance.
Yeah.
The Renaissance capacitor.
Bear in mind then
that would be worse than useless on an Apollo.
I just thought we'd highlight. Yeah, just highlight now. Basically, nothing times 100 is still nothing. So if you haven't got that capacity on that blank hull already, it's not going to do anything. So just bear that in mind.
It would work good on Centurions.
Yeah.
It would work good on Crusaders. You know, it would work good on anything with a field, but it's not going to work on a hull that has no field unless you're going to have a field generating hull in the fleet with it.
Yeah, exactly that. And I'm trying to have that discussion with somebody.
Wasn't there something about the Frosty field and the Aegis field not activating the capacitor? Just as they didn't activate the battery before.
I'm not sure, but from what I read, I don't know about the Frosty field. That might not activate it, but the Aegis field should, because that's a friendly field.
But I don't think it does. I remember when they released that, I was very frustrated because it didn't activate the battery. And it was by design.
Because another question would be, doesn't the Nemesis now have a field? And if it did, would you not be within yours? Would it be sensible to put the batteries on your guards, not the newer battery, the older battery, because that gives you a damage increase and stuff. You know?
Yeah, for the damage buff, yeah, maybe.
It'd be worth knowing that, actually. That would be worth asking Kickside about the Nemesis field and the batteries and if they affect, because I think it's something they need to look at. They can't just say, well, it works on this one but not on that one. That's just them picking which is which. You know, they have to make it work across the board or not work across the board.
Why?
Well, otherwise they're just making it up as they go along, aren't they?
That's what they do all the time.
Oh, maybe, but you know, you can't just have 10 missiles and one of them does ballistic damage. You know, it's you got to follow the code.
Yeah, but how long have you known Kickside?
Well,
5 years plus.
5 years. I was slim and I didn't have any grey hair when I met him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I feel like the presenters have just gone. We've just sort of ran away with the field. Is there anything any of the guests wanted to talk about or bring up? And Paul, I see you've jumped in. How are you?
Yep, pretty good, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in a pretty good raid.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So guys, I mean, you know,
I didn't build my Apollos with Switchblades though, even though I started them with Switchblades.
Well, I highly recommend the build with incendiary shells. They work.
In fact, they suck because I had to swap them out.
Right.
I'm just putting portholes on my subs.
Right. Nice.
I'm sorry to say that, Liam, but I did actually swap some of my Switchblades out.
My Ghost Crawler's already got loads of portholes on it. You can see them.
Good stuff. Well, listen, I would like you guys to really. I mean, you've got 15 minutes left. Talk about what you want. You know, what's bothering you in BP right now? Where would you like to see the game going? Let's get off the raid and let's talk about some other stuff. Whatever you want.
What I would say is I was kind of waiting for a spot. People that are new watching this video or the show, or stay active in the game. Last raid I was spending like 12 coins to hit a target. This raid I'm spending 2 because I listen to these guys. They know what they're talking about. Pick something, run with it, and if you stay in it and listen to what these guys are saying, you won't have to cry. You won't have to spend tons of coins. You'll enjoy the game, and just stay active on the page and and watch the videos, and you could save yourself some money and have a boatload of fun.
Liam, how much did you pay him to say that?
Of course, nothing. I'll sort you out later, buddy, all right?
No, but isn't it better for everybody? Nobody's really crying during the raid except for the people that are getting hit by the new ship. I mean, it's been a blast. It's great that they came out. That he came out.
Jeff, just wanted to say one sec. Jeff, I can't unmute you, unfortunately, buddy. You have to. You can click to unmute yourself. I can't change that. Jeff, if you try to unmute, you should be able to unmute yourself, buddy. If you wanted to speak, it should be top center of the screen. Ren saying there. And I appreciate you saying that, Mud Duck, because we as a as a show, our main goal is to help the community. That's how this whole thing began, and we really try to like, we don't get paid. This isn't a hobby. Like, we take our own free time. We came together as like-minded people. Gadget, Monster, Ren, myself, Lucy, TSM. And we put the show together, and Andrew, and we just generally wanted to make a change and help the players, and it's really glad to hear that it works sometimes,
I like doing that fan sealing.
You almost forgot Andrew, man. We're nothing without Andrew, and don't.
Yeah, Andrew is the one that styled. He's the one that photoshops this, He's the one that come up with these grooves and stuff. He is the art man. He makes us look pretty, and he does some phenomenal work, guys. And also, check out the website. May as well give that a mention. I mean, the website, the work that he puts in that website, it's a full-time job, and he does go to great lengths, and he's trying to add in just about everything possible in the game, like even basic stuff and just anything. If you want to know how to do this or something about that, it's probably already in the website. So go and check that out, guys. And that is www.forsakencouncil.com, I believe.
It's right below your chin.
www.forsakencouncil.co.uk.
Sorry, guys. So that's grown. And guys,
and can I just say, I know there's been some confusion from people where they've said, "Oh, I can't find this build or I can't find that build." When you go to the website, in the top right-hand corner, there's a tab that says Ships/Fleets. You click that, and it brings up pictures of all the different ships, like Rhino and Punisher.
And their categories to garrison.
Yeah, and any hull that has the text underneath it in white has a suggested build. If you click on the hull, it will take you to the spot where the build is and any video that there is showing the build in action.
And we're constantly updating it. I mean, I'm kind of at fault in the fact that I was meant to send across a ton of builds for every single ship there, and I haven't yet managed to get that finished. So it is something that is constantly going to improve and constantly going to update. So be sure to keep checking into it and bookmark it and just keep an eye on it, because it's one of our greatest tools in helping you. The show is a great asset. The Facebook page is a great asset. The YouTube channel, the streams, and the website is another great asset. It gives us more of an outreach to help you as players.
The point of the website is quite straight, simple. Andrew he goes up and down our Facebook page all the time, and a couple of others, and then basically all the really good stuff that's been proven, he'll then lift it off the Facebook and then place it onto the website, so it's there and it's immortalized for as long as it's live, basically. So you haven't got to go searching for things.
Because the timeline there on Facebook, just stuff gets lost, and so keeping it on the website is a great thing that he does for all of us.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, so anything else? Anything else? Anyone?
Well, I'm just worrying. We've got the big carrot. Where's the stick going to come?
The stick's going to come. Well, and what are you talking about specifically the build time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is set a precedent as the lowest build time of any hull or tech ever released to date.
I've actually been telling people to coin it, so Kixlai sees that it works when they lower times down. I mean,
Precisely. This is like an experiment, right? It's like they've dropped out this hull and said, here you go, and now they're going to sit back and they're going to look at the numbers.
That's exactly what I thought, but I wasn't sure if I was going to say that live.
Yeah, they're going to look at the numbers, right? And at the end,
that's what it is.
If it flies, then we'll see more of the same. If it doesn't fly, then we won't. Do you know what I mean?
Because I was so happy with
I hear people all the time saying, "Oh, it's better if 100 people spend $10 than 10 guys spending $100 each." So there you go. Here's a chance for 100 people to spend $10, right?
Exactly.
And I've already spent 5,000 coins, so That's my way of saying thank you, Kicks.
Yeah, I'm at about the same, getting there.
You know, if that doesn't happen, they'll just go back to their old ways of having halls that take 20 days to build, right? Because they'll see, oh, you know what, only the same old are coining, and nobody else is, so let's go back to what it was.
Well, if you can raid and get the tokens, you can virtually build one for free anyway. You got to pay about 1 day's worth, I think it is. You know, if you're building it full. So.
No.
Well, guys, so do you know what? It's weird. It's weird to be sat here on a raid weekend and for everyone to be happy. You know, we haven't really had any glitches. We haven't really had any SOSs. We haven't really had any bugs. The forums don't seem to be as, you know, hang yourself from a tree as they normally are. The page is better. You know, everyone seems generally a lot better motivated about this raid than normal, unless I'm just not looking hard enough.
The only issue I'm having, to be honest, is like every 4 or 5 battles, I click attack on the target, and the name of my fleet gets the little red tag as if it's in battle, but then it isn't, and I gotta reload game to disengage and go attack. I mean, I'm getting that often. I don't know if it's just me.
No, you know, I'm getting that one. I've been out hitting loads of bases today, as you do. I'm getting the fleet going red, but I can't join like the fight, and I've got to reload the game 3 or 4 times, and then pull the ship away, and then attack it again. Like
I've had that happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting every 4 or 5 battles.
Yeah, but that was honestly happening to me before the raid, mate. That was happening from about a week ago. You know, I'd go to hit a base, and my fleet would go red, but it wouldn't engage in battle, and I couldn't move it, and I'd have to reload the game and then recall the fleet to get it away.
Yeah, but that's the thing, especially if you're hitting someone's base, because then someone can snipe you, can't they?
No, because your fleet's red, right? So it's engaged.
It's engaged. Yeah, you just can't see it and get into it. That's all.
What I've noticed is fast that's been happening to me about the last week and a half. What I do, rather than refreshing, I'll actually go and just view my base and then come back out and then disengage my fleet, because sometimes when you refresh, you still stay red. But every time I go on my base and come back out, I can pull away right away, so it's a lot faster.
It's funny, to me it's the other way around. I view my base and go back, and sometimes it disengages, but not always. But then I refresh always works. Oh,
wow.
Whatever.
I'm the same as you, Ren.
Mm-hmm. I've been having I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I've been having this problem for about three weeks now. Whenever I adjust base guard and I pull the base guard out of my base, like I recall it, and then I make a change on it, and then whenever I click to put base guard back in my base, cheers, babe.
It doesn't go there.
Yeah, no, I SOS. So it will say, it doesn't go there, and I click and then it gives me an instant SOS.
Yeah, same here.
Tell Lucy I want a beer as well, please.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a beer. I forgot. San Miguel.
Oh,
right.
Fresh out the fridge. It's so cold.
Liam, I have the same problem as well as you. When you do the base guard swap out.
Yeah,
I'm lazy. I never swap the guard.
I noticed it in the preview server, and I thought it was just related to the preview server, but I didn't notice it in the game after that. And then I've just refitted my guard and added in 2 new ships today, and I noticed it 3 times today. It was doing my head in.
No, it doesn't do your head in. What it is it's just a minor inconvenience.
Well,
Liam, listen. It can't do your head in. It has to do what Paul says it does to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Minor inconvenience.
All right. Well, aren't you a minor inconvenience, Paul?
Yeah.
That's because he's from Plymouth.
Are you from Plymouth? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
He's one of yours, mate.
Oh, that explains it all then.
Oh God, you're not from my end of the.
Me? No, I'm not from Plymouth, but I've been there. It's not far. I've drove past it before. I've had a job.
Yeah. Well, what did you do? Blink?
Something like that. Yeah. No, I once had an electrical job in Timoth.
Timoth.
Which is am I thinking of the right place?
No.
Yeah, Timoth. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Exeter, isn't it? Yeah. Mm.
No, Exeter's nowhere near us.
No, you go past and then never mind.
Then you blink and then you end up in Cornwall.
Something like that. Well, anyway, on a better subject of where we live. So, guys, is there anything else? Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about tonight, other than how great my hair looks?
Why do people always moan about you hitting in sector?
Well, to be fair, Monster, between you and Dave, you probably hit about 300 bases today. I mean, I'd moan. You know?
There is a lot of soap in 94.
Do you know what? Right? Do you know what's funny? Before the show, I had someone PM me and it said, they said, "So what's up with that gadget hitting us during a raid?"
It's cheaper, that's why. It's half the price.
And I replied saying, I said, whoa.
Thanks.
I said, what do you think I am, his mother? I'm not his keeper.
It's like the other thing that gave me a good laugh, right? When somebody posted in our page the other day, oh, some people, be careful, some people are stealing 95s on the map. I'm like, oh, what? Pirates?
A pirate game?
Stealing? Really?
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow. That gave me a laugh. You know what? A friend of mine said,
it's like
people
stealing.
during
So
the raid,
are they
people
theirs?
stealing targets. It's
are they
all
actually yours?
signs of a healthy game. You know?
I don't just mean during raids though as well. I mean it's every sector you go to, man. You hit a base and it's like in sector, and it's like, well, you're playing a pirate game. You're gonna get it.
I always go simple rules. At least in sector, it's the same as hitting somebody's out sector. You can just chat to them afterwards.
Exactly.
But the thing is, right?
What's the issue?
The thing is, you would think that when there's a raid on and it's half repair time, you would think that is the time when everyone starts hitting bases like mad because it's half repair. Do you know what I mean? I mean, just enjoy it, make the most of it.
Especially when the dock auto fixes now if you're offline, so who cares?
Just get out there. Yeah, but it's a chance to get out there, practice, test the fleet out, and do it at half the repair time it normally would cost you. So
That's what I told them when the gadget was hitting them today and they were crying in sector comms. I was like, hey, he's doing you a favor because you're getting a jump start on the new fleet before everybody else, so thank him. You know?
yeah,
Free
that's
gift.
what I tell
Gadget.
people when I smash their base up in the middle of the raid. I'm doing you a favor.
I don't think they'd see that way.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
When I get the messages saying, why the hell are you hitting me during the raid, I just send back, because I can.
Because the
That's
games
the
as a
best
can.
one, yeah.
Anyway, I just said to this guy, Gadget, I said, no, I'm not his father. Why don't you PM him?
But you know, when I hit someone's base and like, why did you hit me? I'm like, base clinic.
Yeah, now go and watch the base clinic. Yeah, good.
Yeah, but
That's a free base clinic consultation.
a lot of people believe that a sector is an alliance, but it's not, and they take it as a sector.
Yeah, very much
It's
so.
a boundary, isn't it? But do you know what gives them that boundary? Is the sector comms, because without that boundary wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, if they could open that
You
up.
know, I mean, I think there's all sorts of players, right? I know players who live and die by their sectors, and they're all about their sectors, and I think it creates a good dynamic in the end because you have the evil in-sector hitters, and then you have the sector defenders, and then you have the mercenaries, and all, you know, it's all good. It's all good.
It's too much. It's too much divisive that way. It's too divisive.
I think the thing is, you know, for everyone in this game, like we play this game as a hobby. It's something that we enjoy doing in our spare time when we're not working and when we're not having to do something in the house, you know. And I don't think it's anyone's right to tell anyone what to do in their free time. You know, if you want to hit a base, hit a base. If you want to work with a sector, work with a sector. But don't expect other people to follow the same values you do. It's your life.
As long as you're playing by the TOS, that's all that matters, isn't it?
Your game, play it how you want.
Exactly.
It's like a guy the other day said, oh, you know, like since when it's okay to hit in sector? I'm like, well, since there's an attack button on bases in sector. I mean, if it was wrong, there would not be an attack button on bases on your sector, right?
Lizzie, what are you doing? She's winding me up next to me.
No, it's me. I just messaged her something and now she's cracking up. Look at TFC chat.
Don't sidetrack me. I'm in a 95.
Sorry, guys. Yes. Right, guys.
What a show you're having a private joke. That's a good one, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Keep it on track. So, has anyone got anything else to bring up?
I'll say
R&D needs fixing.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
R&D, I've never yet had a problem with it.
No, I had a problem with just the latest one, it wasn't. It wasn't when I was repairing my ship armor. It wasn't counting, and there was a couple of things that it wasn't working. And basically, I sent in a ticket, and by the next day, it was fixed.
Well,
So,
I'll be interested now myself, I must admit, because
you've got a
now my
problem,
next
ticket
one
it.
says hit 285s. So let's just hope they have updated it to the new target when we get off this raid.
If there's a problem, just ticket it, because they do seem to be responding quite quickly to it at this point.
I'm not really that fussed, to be honest, but I've got like a badge
Oh shit.
saying my R&D's running outside my base, and I haven't got an R&D running at the moment.
Or it's saying outside it is, and there's other people that aren't doing
I
it or are
don't
doing
mind. It's just this is.
So
just,
everyone's hitting you because they're seeing the pumpkin. And...
Yeah. That's annoying.
dare I say it? I'm bubble free.
Not for long.
What sector?
What sector are you in?
Monster.
Here's a question, Paul. Here's a question though. So with that glitch, if someone hits you, do they still get reduction in time? Have you tested that?
That's a good point.
Nobody's actually hit me since it's happened, so.
You still get a penalty in your
We should
research.
test that. What we'll do if you come to me, pull your guard fleet, and I'll hit you, and we'll see if that works, and then we can add that to the ticket.
If you had more gel to your hair, I might come to you.
Okay. Wow.
If you leave it up, of course.
So I got to come to you and leave it up. Is that what you
Where's
said?
this going?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
I'm coming. No, I'm coming to you and leaving it up.
Your place or mine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're past the hour now, aren't we? I think.
This
Yeah.
competition went sideways fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it does. Now, guys, listen. We will be in for an after show for a little bit as well. I've got a few whiskies on board, and there'll be a few more to go. So there'll be a bit of an after show. So if anyone wants to jump in and have a chat after, feel free to do so. We've had a good week, and it's a good raid. I know tonight's show we've had a few laughs and the jokes, but I've got to commend Kicksite. You know, Raken, Tuesday's show was fabulous. Thank you, Raken, for coming on for that. And the video that Kicksite allowed us to show, great stuff. You know, and Raken talked about some topics and some upcoming features that I think I'm really looking forward to. I don't know about the rest of you. So you know,
It's on track, I think, now.
It is on track. We've had a rocky couple of months, but this raid has been good. You know, and when stuff's good, everyone feels good, and maybe that's why we're all in such good spirits tonight. You know, so yeah, keep up the good work, Kicks. I hope everyone's having a good raid, and we'll see you all for Tuesday's show. I don't know what they're going to get in store for us next week. Obviously, we're going to have the new Forsaken mission content drop, but maybe there'll be an update. I don't know. Maybe there'll be something new. So,
Did you just say see you next Tuesday?
Yeah.
so I'll see you next Tuesday, which I enjoy saying to you every week. I'll see you next Tuesday, and yeah, have a great weekend. And if you need any help or advice, either come to the website or come to the page, and we will help. We will do our best to help.
Or alternatively, just PM Liam.
Yeah.
Do you know who is great? Do you know who's great and always gets back to his PMs instantly? Is Ren. Ren is the man. Like, if you need something, especially about your like, if you need any kind of base advice, just PM him, man. And do you know what?
If he doesn't answer it right away, what he really likes is if you spam him.
Right.
How to make friends and influence people.
If he doesn't get the first PM, it means because sometimes he has a problem with his PMs. It doesn't register.
My
So you have
answer
to
to
send it
every
again.
PM will be S-Gadget.
Basically, just resend a PM every 6 hours just to make sure it goes through.
See, that's why I don't join Saturday.
No, I'm just kidding. Guys, don't PM any of us because it goes into our other folder, and 9 times out of 10 we don't see it. So, you know, best place to actually post questions is in the TFC page, all joking aside, so do that. Now, have a great weekend, great raid, and if you feel like it, jump into the Hangout after for the after show.
And for the Brits, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. It's 56 minutes away. Yeah.
For Lucy.
And yeah, happy Father's Day for everyone.
And Jeff, go and give your wife a hug. I think she needs one.
Well, have a great evening, everyone, and we will speak to you soon.